This next episode, a little bit inspired. I just recently, here in the Phoenix area, we just recently got a White Castle a couple months ago. So I finally went for the first time a couple weeks ago. I wasn't all that impressed. I know people love them, and I'm not discounting that. I mean, they were good, but not like mouth-watering for me, and like I just gotta go have some White Castle. So this next episode is a little bit similar. Not so much, I'm not copying anything, not doing anything, but this is going to be some sliders I'm making. So I'm going to be using some different kind of meat. I'm not using a hamburger. We're going to make the hamburger. I've got some onions already diced up that I'm going to saute so they're really cooked through. I've got some lettuce that's cleaned off. I've got some cheddar cheese. I've got some Hawaiian rolls. So let's dig in, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do to make our own hamburger. Alright, here's my onions that I'm going to saute here in just a minute, but we're going to get going on our hamburger that we're going to make. So I got me some tri-tip steaks that I'm going to trim up a little bit, and I also got me a fat ribeye steak that I'm not going to trim down. So, and I have a little self-making grinder here. So I'm just gonna trim off some of this fat, because partially I like really lean burgers. And my little machine is small, so we're gonna have to cut these up into little pieces. And I'll show you. This is actually an extension off of my mixer. Remember the one episode with the meatballs? I got the extension to grind beef. Make my own sausage, which I am looking into doing. But I'm still waiting on you guys. Tell me what you want to see me make. Comments have been empty. Come on. I want to see stuff. Still waiting on Michael Rosenbaum to drop in and say something. I wouldn't mind going and being on this podcast. So this, yep, we're just going to cut up. Now the fat, the reason why ribeyes have a lot of not gristle, but fat in there to help cook and flavor. So I'm going to keep that because it does taste very good. And we do want our burgers a little fatty to cook off. So we've got all this. Now we're going to jump over to the little grinder. It is going to be the first time I'm using it. I've got some other things cooking too for me for later on to eat, but let's go with this. Alright, so here's my blender, or mixer, and then here's the extension. So we're just going to turn it on, and it's working. So let's see how this goes. And I have this little thing. See it go through. It's starting to work a little. It's not like the big industrial grinder that I'm used to. My counters are all clean, so. Oh, maybe that's why. I just needed to speed it up a little. Well, what do you know? We're just taking this, putting it all through. Definitely not like an industrial that I'm used to. Alright, we only got 3 more pieces left. nice amount that we're going to work with. So I'm going to take this off, I'm going to mix it, and then we're going to make patties. Alright, we're back after mixing all the hamburger. So I've got it all nice and mixed. I'm just going to pull some out. And it's not fine hamburger, it's kind of chunky hamburger, but that's kind of how I want it. Because I want to try it. So, because I'm going to fry these up, and they are going to shrink. So, let's just see about how much. Because they will shrink some, but I want them to fit on a Hawaiian roll. Oh, look at that. I have no idea how many I'm going to make. I only have, what, 12 buns? So, we'll see. Might have to use some for something else. This is a little too much. So I'm just going to make some of these up. Right now I have the onions sauteing because I want them almost translucent. Because that's how I like mine. See, that one's just a little too big. But look at that. I've got some cheddar cheese I'm going to actually put on mine. Yep, that seems to be just a wee bit too much. I think I'm going to have more than just 12. Hey, I could do some double patty ones. Ooh, there we go. Need to see that. Alright, and today is Sunday. Today, when I'm filming this, the Oscars are on tonight. Maybe I'll add this to this. Let's redo this one. Make them a little bit bigger. Why not? Then all I'm going to season them with is just my Spice Islands garlic salt and some pepper. That's it. Maybe do some barbecue sauce on top. So I've got 3. I'm going to do the rest because I don't think y'all want to see me running these. So making these could be a little boring. But we'll come back after I've got them all made. Alright, so we got all the patties made. It actually turned out to be 11. I've seasoned the top just with some garlic salt and pepper. You can use seasoning salt, but since we use the ribeye and the tri-tip, I really want the flavor of the beef to come through. So now we're going to transfer these to the pan. We're going to start cooking our sliders. Oh yeah. Alright, since our stove is still pretty warm from sauteing the onions, which are done, not all of these obviously are going to fit. And you can always grill these too. I'm just frying these up today just because I don't want to go outside. So I'm just going to turn these over and put these in. Then I'm going to season the other side. See how many of these little fun bad boys we can get in here in one sitting. I think 3 more. So that'll just leave 3 more left to cook. Well, yeah, 1 small one. Alright. So we've got the 3. I've got the cheese already cut in half for them. Now I'm just going to take my garlic salt, just sprinkle a little bit on. My pepper. Alright, and that's it. So right now, the onions are all set and done for a few of mine. I didn't do too many onions. A lot of people don't like them. I love them. So we're going to have these cook, and then we'll come back in just a little bit. So get your fork, get your knife, get your hands ready to get nice and dirty for some good eating. Alright, so as you can tell, there's the last one. I've got all 11 in here. Probably about another 3 minutes. I want to make sure they're all the way cooked through. Hamburger, meat, you always want to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. So if you're using regular ground hamburger, cook it all the way through. If you grind up your own meat, cook it all the way through. If you're just cooking steak, you can just sear the steak and have it raw, but at least sear the tops. That kills all the bacteria. So ground hamburger, because the bacteria, when you grind it from the top and the open part, you want to make sure it's all the way cooked through. No medium rare, no rare burgers. Gross, gross. Don't want to do that. So these are going to just finish up. I've got everything else set up a little bit. I am going to put the cheese on here in a minute, just so they can melt a little bit. And I'm going to put them over on the little Hawaiian rolls that I got for the sliders. So we'll head over there in just a minute. Alright, look at these sliders. A little bit, and then I'm going to just take my onions, just top it on some of them, not all of them. You can have the onions just set aside in a little dish for people. Then of course you can use your own condiments if you want to use condiments on these. Ketchup, ranch, mustard. And then we've got all of our sliders. And I also made some of my potatoes that I usually make with the garlic and the rosemary. So I'm going to go eat a little bit, relax, and get ready for the Oscars and see if there's anything good on. It is Sunday after all. But that concludes our sliders episode. I do want to let you know not to forget to comment. And yes, come on, I want to see some comments. What do you guys want to see me make? Let's get vocal. Tell me. Let's go. Make sure to comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and ring the bell to get notifications when I upload another video. So, happy eating, happy cooking, and these aren't really that bad to make. Probably takes, grand total, if you've got everything, maybe about 30 minutes. That's it. So, good little snack for game day, or even though football's over, or just having people over. So, we will see you next time. Enjoy.